to Taskmaster. My name is Tom Gleeson, and as our nation drifts further into a gig economy like many Australians, I have picked up a side hustle. My side hustle is entertaining you. However, unlike an Uber driver, you don't rate me out of 5, I rate you, because I am the Taskmaster. Competing this season for the dubious glory of winning the show and this dubious gold head of mine are Anne Edmonds, Jenny Tian, Josh Thomas, Lloyd Langford and Will Anderson. Last of all, it's my assistant, Lesser Tom Cashman. How are you going?
I'm okay. I was going to pull you up on a technicality there that I may be Lesser Tom, but I'm the main Tom Cashman. But it occurred to me, I recently got told, and this is true, that I share a name with an Irish hurler.
Oh.
And I looked it up on Wikipedia, and this is true as well. He's actually apparently one of the greatest Irish hurlers of all time. So I think it's unfortunately inarguable that I'm also Lesser Tom Cashman.
Out of the 2 Tom Cashmans, you're the lesser one.
Well, I think there's probably more than 2, but I'm maximum second.
OK. All right, Tom. Tell us about this week's prize task.
Well, this week, our contestants have brought the thing that would most improve a camping trip.
Ooh. OK. Lloyd, you're first.
I have brought along a valid key card to a nearby hotel.
So I'm guessing you don't like camping.
I just think as a species we've evolved beyond it.
Well, you remember that it's me who decides who gets what points, and I love camping. This may not augur well for all 5 of you, but anyway, Jenny, what did you bring in?
OK, like Lloyd, I hate camping. I feel like only a psychopath enjoys camping. So what I have brought in is a hypnotist to... Right, so then he can convince you and hypnotise you into, you know, loving camping.
But I already love camping. But having said that, I'd love to take a hypnotist camping. He could hypnotise me and make me imagine that I'm in an even better national park. Josh, what did you bring in?
I think the best thing to go camping with would be Australian television legend Denise Drysdale.
Oh.
We're going camping. I've got the boat ready, everything. Camping we will go, camping we will go.
Everything's better with Denise Drysdale. That's what I always say.
Can you explain to Jenny who she is?
I have no idea, I'm so sorry.
Well, 'cause she's an Australian television legend. She's been in a lot of TV shows. One of the TV shows she was in was my TV show, which you didn't watch, I'm finding out now. And she's just a bundle of joy.
And she loves camping.
She's up for things. It doesn't matter really what it is. She's up for it. That's one of the things about Denise Drysdale. A couple of wines and she is up for it.
Will, what do you got?
Tom, I know you love camping, and of course, I also love camping.
Correct.
Yeah, and this definitely isn't the opposite of the direction I was going 30 seconds ago. Like, sometimes you can't go out into the bush, so I've got you a projector of the night sky, but you need this to be played somewhere. That's the key to my house. So compared to your house, going to my house will feel like you're slumming it, like you're in a campsite. And you'll be able to look at the stars on the roof.
OK, so you're suggesting I go camping inside your house?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Anne, what did you bring in?
Yes, well, I love camping. The problem with camping is there's no light, right? So from about 8 o'clock onwards, there's nothing to do. To create entertainment, I bring camping an MP3 player with some funny noises on it to sort of crawl around the campsite and play like while people are trying to sleep, just get in there. The first one is sort of a possum mating type noise. We'll have that. The second one's like a big cat. So I'm trying to create a bit of fear in the campsite with this one. The third one's really good. This is probably one of my favourites. Let's have it.
Get the ropes, tie them up, dig a hole.
OK, well, I should allocate some points. Lloyd, I'm giving 1 point to because there's no getting around it. That's a hotel room key. 2 points go to Will because I would have to go into his house to enjoy his thing. Jenny, you've got a hypnotist, but I would use the hypnotist differently, just to hypnotise me for my own entertainment while I was camping. And 4 points I'm giving to Anne because it would be very exciting when you're camping, hearing some of those sounds. But 5 points goes to Josh because Denise Drysdale would be an absolute treat on a camping trip. All right, so let's dig into our first task.
Like other tasks, this one features 5 crazy characters. Unlike other tasks, we've also got a maximum of 160.
Oh, finally, the skinny dip challenge.
Interesting. No Tom.
I can't see him. I can see a task, though.
Ooh, geese.
Oh, there's a phone.
Old school.
Find Tom.
Find Tom. You may text Tom to help you find him, but Tom can only reply to your text with false information.
You are only permitted to travel whilst waiting for a text back.
Fewest characters texted before finding Tom wins.
Your time starts now.
Unlock. Press this. What did Jenny do when you gave her this phone? She doesn't know how to use this.
I don't know if I know how to use one of these. Okay.
So it's pretty straightforward, really. Who's first?
Just like the games on that old phone, one of them's a snake and the other one's a snake too. It's Jenny and Lloyd.
Oh, okay. It's on, unlock, contacts. Oh, Taskmaster Assistant. I have a feeling he's indoors. Otherwise, it would be too easy to spot him right now. Okay, you in Sid. Sent successfully. Well done, Jenny. And now we wait. It's kind of like waiting for a text from, like, a guy you really like, but then he kind of, like, ghosts you. That's what this feels like. No, I'm out in the open air. Okay, so he is inside. Oh, wait! You are only permitted to travel whilst waiting for a text back. Okay. Upstairs. Sent successfully. All right! Yeah. So he's downstairs. I wonder if he'll understand me if I don't send a question mark. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. Tom! Oh, he could be in the shed or in the caravan. Vehicle. What? No, I'm not in a vehicle. He is in a vehicle. Which? I'm showering. Does that mean he's taking a shit? I'm just gonna text Clue. I don't know where else he could be. That is not helpful. Is there any vehicles over where the dock is?
So I sent a message, where aren't you?
How's it going?
Hi, Lloyd.
Is he under the boat? Oh my God! Ugh. Hey, Tom.
You just got a message.
I don't need to read it. Oh, where you are.
Thanks, Jenny.
Thanks, Tom.
See ya.
See you.
Nobody is going to beat that.
So, Jenny, Lesser Tom said that he was showering, and you were like, what's the opposite of that? Taking a shit.
Yeah.
So, do you live in a binary world where you're either showering or shitting? It's like one or the other.
Well, I was just thinking shower clean, shit dirty, you know?
Okay. So if he said I was shitting, you'd be like, oh, he's in the shower.
Honestly, yeah, probably. And I'm pretty sure I checked like every toilet for Tom as well at the time.
Now, Lloyd, you seem to pretty much go straight to the boat and you found him. What was the reasoning there?
I've been hurt by you in the past.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just came to me. It hit me. I was like, he's definitely under the boat.
Okay.
I didn't hear any noises or anything.
Yeah, did you, like, was your phone pinging or something like that?
Oh, I was on silent.
You sure?
I don't think I've ever been more sure that my phone was on silent. than hiding 10 metres away from people that are searching for me.
All right. What are the scores so far?
So Jenny was relatively economical with her texts. She used a total of 41 characters. Lloyd sent one text, "Where aren't you?" ? With correct spelling and punctuation, a total of 17 characters.
What have you got for us next?
Thankfully, they've been famous for ages, so they're used to having tantrums at reception. It's Will and Josh.
It would help if I wasn't an old man and knew how to use a phone.
So if I say outside, then I'll find out if he's in the house. Send successfully.
Are you in house? Oh, one new message. I am bird watching. Where are you? Hopefully I'm not going further away from him.
I'm having a shower. He's just gonna tell me junk the whole time. I'll just say where. Send run. Says in the kitchen. Just send K.
Having a shower? Okay. Are you wet? I mean, that one just amused me, really. Oh, so wet. Oh.
If he's only gonna give me false information, there's no point sending any characters. Okay, there's a blank text. I can just run.
I'm just going to give him a little compliment. You know what that means? He does appreciate the compliment. We're getting at least a little vibe going here. I mean, it is going to annoy me if I go back to where I was and Tom is there.
It just seems like the kind of thing that he'd just be like where we started. You know, it's weird, but I miss him.
When you can't work it out, you always go back to the beginning. It's going to be sad if I just have to repeat everything that I just did. This is, if nothing else, is a very nice stroll.
Okay, I sent an MMS. An MMS is not a character. Capture, send. Oh, what a glorious day to be here.
Are you up? We'll just send him a little "Are you up?" sex, just to give him a little buzz. If I go back there again and he's not down there again, I may jump in the lake.
MMS, send. That is where he is, that's what that means.
All right, I'm in something that's the right way up. Shit. I bloody knew it.
Hi, Josh.
Tom, they don't pay you enough. Get out from under the boat, that's so stupid. Oh, I'll see you next time. Thanks, Josh.
Josh, did you put Lesser Tom back under the boat? Out of everyone, you were the only one that didn't help him out.
I can only assume that you like it in there, otherwise why would you go in there?
You're not wrong.
Now, you started sending pictures.
Yes, an MMS.
So the whole idea was you were thinking that's not a character.
An MMS is not a character.
That's right. Some people say a picture is 1,000 words.
Yes, but they never say an MMS is 10,000 characters.
All right, OK. So, Will, were you like Lloyd? You just decided that it was sort of going to be annoying if he was under the boat. When did it twig for you?
I think all of us have had the experience of one of the tasks that absolutely broke us during this experience, and this was mine. I got home after this day and my phone told me I'd done a record amount of steps. There was a point where, you know when like the crew are even looking at you like, stop. The only hope you have of not coming last in this is that someone else has sent a bunch of pictures.
Will sent a total of 140 characters.
And what about for Josh?
Well, Josh sent 21 characters before the MMS strategy was implemented.
OK.
I just would like to know if the audience thinks that a picture is literally worth 1,000 words.
Well, can we confirm with you, Taskmaster, whether we're accepting the MMS strategy?
Oh, I was just joking. I forgot I'd said it, to be honest. I was just saying it to shit you, and it's just funny to see you still holding on to it.
Because you go on the show and you think, oh, sometimes I'm going to do a funny little trick on Taskmaster, and that's the only one I had all season.
The small things. All right, who's left, Tom Cashman?
She's SMS herself, seriously mental sometimes. It's Anne Edmonds.
Hello?
Hello?
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm just about to text you, but I just thought I'd give that a go first.
Oh, nice.
You should yell out. You should yell something. You should yell my name.
You want me to yell your name?
Yeah.
What will you do for me?
I will give you a head massage.
Okay. Here goes. Anne!
You should yell it again if you want 2 head massages.
Anne!
You should yell it again.
I don't think I'm interested in a 3rd head massage, thank you.
Really? What's your worst memory of high school?
I got in trouble for throwing sand up in the air in a classroom.
Got in trouble with throwing sand up in the air? Oh no, you were just trying to express yourself. Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you. What's the worst thing that happened to you in high school?
I climbed up on the roof and smoked a cigarette.
Oh, that sounds fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun, but I got in big trouble.
I know. What's the happiest moment of your life?
Having my baby, I mean, obviously, you know, like, that's the best moment of my life.
You think,
When
isn't
Gwen
it?
was born. It's 100% the best moment of my life.
Wow.
I think it's time for that head massage. What do you reckon?
2 head massages.
2 head massages, sorry, yeah. Good to see you. Thanks, yeah. I'll give you those head massages. I mean, not really gonna.
Oh. What? Thanks, Anne.
See you, Tom.
Very clever tactic. Was there anything that said that you're not allowed to ring?
Nothing about ringing in the task.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, so you made a call and that worked pretty well.
She used 0 characters, but we did something that involves 2 characters, a D and N.
Yeah, we had a nice chat. Yeah, we got to know each other. It was lovely, lying next to the boat. It's okay to feel angry towards me because I'm smart.
If the contestant is only able to travel...
Thank you.
...whilst waiting for a reply to a text message and a text message is never sent, then presumably the contestant can never travel.
Oh, the betrayal!
Oh.
Hang on.
You're looking at divorce,
It's
mate.
good when the moment of divorce is recorded.
I mean, they're right. Fine, Tom, you are only permitted to travel whilst waiting for a text back.
But I never
While
sent
waiting for a text
Back.
back.
What do you think, audience?
You know what? Let's see what the audience thinks
Maybe, should we watch it again?
Yeah, well, the audience can watch the footage and
Yeah.
decide.
You're only permitted to travel whilst waiting for a text back. Your time starts now. Oh, it's so weird when Tom's not here to ask questions. I don't know whether I'm allowed to move.
You said, I don't know if I'm allowed to move. So I agree. Audience, what do you think?
Oh, no.
Yes, this lady wants to weigh in. Yes,
You
Mum.
didn't send a text, so you didn't have to wait for one to come back.
Correct.
Oh, hang on. We're not just going to consult a random audience member.
Can I say there is a line, it was in very small print, it says, find one lady who agrees with you.
Always read the back of the task.
So just confirming that's a disqualification for Anne.
That's right, Anne moved.
It's not even controversial.
It is.
She didn't follow
There was
what
no
was supposed to be
text
done
to
in the
respond
task.
to.
So that's 0 points for Anne as a DQ, 2 points for Will with
Just 'cause I'm
140 characters,
smart.
3 for Jenny with 41 characters, 4 for Josh with 21 characters, but the winner of the task with 5 points and only 17 characters, it's Lloyd Langford.
So the question we all want to ask is, Lloyd, was it worth it?
Our poor daughter's going to have to live between different households.
And I won't move unless I'm waiting for you to text me back.
There we go. See? Follows the rules. OK, what does that do for our scoreboard for the episode?
Well, if this was the 1980 Olympic medal board, Josh would be the Soviet Union because he's out in front with 9 points.
Wow.
Now, cue up another task, Lesser Tom.
OK, but I'm not going to allude to any aspect of it in the intro. I don't want to give anything away.
Nice jacket.
Thank you.
Hey, Terrapin.
Hi, Lloyd.
Cool jacket.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
You're looking cool, man.
Thank you.
I like that.
Interesting jacket.
You think?
Whoa!
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Last person to do it wins.
Your time started when you entered the lab.
Do what?
It's a good question.
And I reckon it was mentioning your jacket.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pure Taskmaster, I feel. It really messes with their heads and probably damaging for their mental health, which makes me absolutely love this task. What was on the table?
On the table, there was a disco ball, a
Right.
turnip,
Yep.
a wind-up toy, a cryptex, as made famous by the Da Vinci Code, and a steering wheel, as made famous by cars.
Let's have a look who's first.
This is going to be difficult for them. One has do in his first name, the other has it in her last. It's Lloyd and Jenny.
If it was mentioning your jacket, would you blow the whistle and that would be the end of the task?
It's a good question.
I feel like maybe I haven't done it.
I could just stand around and do nothing. I mean, that would mean that I don't do whatever it is. Like,
Unless that was it.
I don't think it would be nothing.
There'd be certain things I could rule out that I could do that I don't think would be the thing that you're not supposed to do. Crawling through the space underneath the table.
Do you think that was it?
Definitely not. Still here, aren't I?
It's got to be something like touching one of these or like turning one of these on or off, because they're all very fiddly, fidgety things.
There's things that you want to touch. You are allowed to knock the sweet or the turnip off the table.
Is it to take your jacket off? Like, someone might be tempted to wear your jacket. Like, that could be it.
Do you want to wear my jacket?
No, I'm not going to do anything.
Oh, okay.
I'll go pick it up.
Thanks, Lloyd.
How was I meant to know that?
You weren't.
Oh, man. Why were you wearing the jacket?
I think I look cool.
Oh, all right, bye.
See you, Jenny.
I don't know what the trigger was. Knocking the Swede off the table was the beginning of the end, like a lot of great men in history.
Thanks, Lloyd.
Lloyd, I feel like you left not knowing what the task was.
I have been wondering for 4 months what I did. I didn't see the sign, unlike Ace of Base. I'll explain that later.
Oh, yeah, I was going to know what's that.
All right, well, let's see how long you were there for.
Lloyd turned around after 8 minutes and 17 seconds.
So what was going on in your head, Jenny, during that task? What were you thinking?
Well, the task was like, do the thing, so I'm just going to do nothing at all.
Yep.
But I didn't really count on me getting so bored during that time. So then I just had to look around, and I feel like this is how I find out I have ADHD.
So how long did it take? How long did it take Jenny to get bored?
Jenny did it after 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
That felt like forever for you, didn't it?
Yeah, it was so long, and I was so bored, and he was just wearing a stupid jacket, and
Can I explain the jacket, other than the fact that I thought it looked cool? The cryptex, inside the cryptex, on the table, there was a piece of paper that explained that doing it was turning around, and the code to the cryptex was the word jacket.
Ah, OK. Well, we're going to watch more people try not to turn around very soon. It's like the opposite of The Voice. All right, who's next?
They're on this show to turn their careers around. Will they mess that up by turning around? Here's Will and Josh.
What are you thinking? Hello?
I can see a consistent maybe between these things, so I don't want to turn around, is what I think.
Why do you think that?
Because they're all things that you would turn, and one's a turnip.
You okay?
It's combining some of my favourite things. Stillness and not doing anything.
Okay. Can't tell if you're sad or happy here. It's kind of like a weird combo of both.
I actually did start crying.
Why are you crying?
It just was painful. How boring it was.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I don't even have to keep talking. I could just be standing here in silence, but that would be weird, wouldn't it, though?
How long would Will Anderson have lasted?
Do you like sports? What's your favourite food? Did you know that I know every second letter of the alphabet, but only one way? I think as you get older, maybe you have less friends. How do you feel about the fact that in Australia, we have so many different time zones? You've got, I will say, quite strong eyebrows.
Does that feel nice?
It feels really good.
I've asked you a lot of questions. Is there anything you would like to ask me?
Would it be okay if I took off this extremely hot jacket?
Yes.
Thank you. Josh.
Yes?
It's lunchtime in about 5 minutes, which means that the crew, legally speaking, need to be provided lunch.
Okay.
Surely nobody else has got the ridiculous patience for this that I have had to not do this, right?
Are you going to have some?
I'm not gonna have some.
It's not the thing. It'd be very cruel if that was the thing.
Have you ever watched this show?
I'm not going to continue to do this for much longer. But if I do stop and somebody else has done it for longer, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, Tom.
Why don't you Will Anderson stay? You definitely tell me if I've done the thing. I didn't turn around for a whole hour.
So, Josh, you saw what it was. You definitely saw the sign just at the end.
Yes, I saw the sign and it said, do not turn around. I think I said to you at one point, I think Will probably did 2 hours, and I said, I think I can do that. And you said, please don't. I did start crying. I started crying at the 9-minute mark. I just started weeping. Then I thought, I wouldn't be good in the army.
That's when you realise?
Yeah.
So, Will, I feel like you were kind of the opposite. You realised that you shouldn't turn around. Were you 100% on that?
I was pretty confident.
You're pretty
that it was,
confident?
don't turn around. So then I had to make the calculation of how long do I think that everybody else will last in this game? Because I took the opposite approach to Josh's quiet time, where I decided, well, you know what? If I'm here, I might as well keep talking constantly.
Will essentially did a festival show at me. He touched on 47 different topics, including sports, stand-up comedy, Tom Cruise, time zones in Australia, Minions, and the pros and cons of chocolate mousse. At the end of your time, you did quite a sincere and lovely thank you to the crew, said goodbye, and then walked off.
OK, well, it's Josh versus Will at the moment. I think we need to hear the scores.
Will Anderson's festival show lasted 54 minutes and 14 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Josh's silence lasted 1 hour, 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
OK, anyone left?
Look, can I just say something at this point? I've just got a fun idea. Let's not watch mine. Let's do something else. I'll do any dance you want, or let's not watch mine. Please, I've had enough humiliation.
To be fair, we often leave one to go because it can be a moment of great triumph.
Yeah.
You never know.
Singled out for the second time in one episode, it's none other than Anne Edmonds.
Don't do it. Okay, I won't.
Okay. Thanks, Anne.
So, I have the feeling that you thought you nailed it.
No. All I saw was don't do it after doing a lot of things, like running around in the rain and crying and whatever. So I just saw it out. I just was like, oh, don't do it. OK, I won't. And I left.
Anne did it in 33 seconds. Which leaves Anne with 1 point, Jenny with 2, Lloyd with 3, Will with 4, but taking home the task, it's Josh Thomas with 5 points.
You got yourself to me.
OK, Lesser Tom, you got another task queued up?
I sure do. Don't you remember? It's all part of a discreet plan we made with directors, producers, camera operators, audio technicians, and of course, our contestants.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Josh. Hi, Anne.
Yeah, do it, my friend.
Here we go, Lloyd.
Invent and promote an original conspiracy theory.
Most persuasive and conspiratorial theory wins.
You have 40 minutes. Your time starts now.
Ah, this is fun.
What are conspiracy theories? The world is flat, the Illuminati.
Yeah. Who controls the currency in the world?
The Mint.
The mint.
Could we have a mint-related conspiracy?
I went there on excursion when I was in Year 6. And guess how much a $1 coin was?
$1?
$2.
What?
I reckon they're putting hormones in the money.
That make us, like, really horny.
No.
Oh, OK, all right.
What about something about Tom Gleeson, who we could call him and, like, make him admit to something?
Call him now and try and find a clip of him that sounds gay.
We've got the teams back, of course, the discount Wiggles and the premium economy hooly-doolies. Why do I get the feeling that you visiting the Mint was the most exciting thing you did as a child?
Because it was.
So, whose conspiracy do we have first?
The first team trying to manipulate society to meet their needs, it's the discount Wiggles.
You won't believe the reason why you're horny all the time.
We're going to explain it to you today on Follow the Money, because the money is what's making you horny in the first place. We have a whistleblower here on the show. Can you tell us what's been going on?
I discovered that the Mint, in coordination with the various world governments, are adding hormones to our money in order to get us hornier.
What?
More sexually active. They want to increase the population so they can still make money and we can still spend money.
How do they add the hormones to the money?
Well, I'm glad you've asked me that.
Yeah.
Because I managed to smuggle out some of the hormones.
The substance.
That's not it.
That is it. Yes. I accidentally spilled a drop on myself today.
Yes.
It was like trying to land a tuna. It was flapping around, and I couldn't subdue it.
I can't believe
That's
it. Like,
incredible.
this is incredible. I think we actually have to get to the next guest.
Yeah.
We have Tom Cashman. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us the story about when you, as a child, went and visited the Australian Mint.
When I was on an excursion in Year 6, and
How old?
I was 12 years old at that time.
Yep. So young. Did you touch some money?
Yeah, we touched the money and stuff like that.
And then in your teenage years, would you say that you were more horny?
Yeah, so I suppose in the couple of years after I visited the Mint, I became much more horny.
Oh my God, it all matches
Double?
up.
Exponential, I would describe the
Is that
increase in
right?
horniness. Yep.
Cashless.
Do we need any more?
It all
evidence
matches
than that?
up. We've exposed the truth.
I mean, thank you so much for being here on the show. Look, we like to pay our guests.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't like to
that'd be great.
let people come on. So there you go. That's
Of
for
course,
you.
there you go.
Oh, thank you.
And then
That's
that
for
is
you.
that's
for
heaps.
you. So,
Yeah.
yeah. You enjoy that.
Yeah.
You just take that with you. So, well.
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
Oh no! Oh no! What's happening? Anyway, join us again next week on Follow the Money. I've been Will Anderson.
I've been Jenny Tian.
Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Stay horny.
Yeah, the discount Wiggles there, doing a great job. I must say, Will, you seem very at home there hosting a dodgy podcast.
Podcasts are the home of conspiracy theories. I mean, honestly, we recorded a lot of that podcast.
There was a lot more to it, yeah.
And also very different to your podcast, Will, you paid the guests. don't make fun of TV's beloved Will Anderson. But I think the real star... the real star of that podcast was Tom Cashman's portrayal of horniness.
Yeah. I got to say that I'm starting to work out why Tom's single. Like, if you can imagine him on dates in restaurants, as soon as he gets a vibe on someone, he's like...
So how did you feel, Jenny, having to witness that up close? Did you feel like you're in an unsafe workplace?
Obviously, you know, we were talking about the podcast before, and then I could anticipate the effect of the money, but I didn't know he'd go that far.
I just did what I was told. When you touch the money, get really horny.
I was worried that Lloyd was going to land a second tuna. Because you touched the money as well.
I know, but I had all of the protective gear on, which was kind of fortunate in terms of his horniness.
I suppose we should watch another one.
It's what I've been waiting for. Here's Josh and Anne.
Hello.
Hi, hey Tom, hi, how are you?
I'm well, how are you, Josh?
What, how's... I have some really specific questions for you to answer. What's the capital of Utah?
So, you want me to answer some questions because this is part of a task, I'm guessing?
Well...
What if I don't answer it?
Tom, it's Anne Edmonds. How are you? Nice to hear from you.
Oh, OK, I see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're a teen and you need me to do a favour. OK, well, I'm going to tell you that the capital of Utah is Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes. Can you just listen gay things?
I have to list some gay things.
Yeah.
Are you trying to reveal that I'm homophobic? But that's the industry secret. As long as we keep that up and down low.
I actually think we've done it, and I think we could go. Bye. Bye. He said, are you trying to reveal that I'm homophobic? Because that's an industry secret. We just cut out phobic.
Yes.
He walked right into our trap.
Today on The News Truth, we look at one of Australia's leading white male straight comedians, Tom Gleeson. He hosts every show in Australia based on his white straight male status. But leading gay comedian Josh Thomas is here to reveal that perhaps that isn't the case. Josh.
Yes, I have some big news today about Tom Gleeson. I've got a tape to play for you.
Okay.
Yes, it's going to reveal a lot about his secret life.
This is actually groundbreaking stuff. Let's throw to the audio and have a listen to what Josh Thomas discovered only yesterday.
Hey, Tom, hi. Yeah, I was just watching My Favourite Housewives.
Salt Lake City.
Oh, my God, of course, you love Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
I just was going to check that you'll be nice to be on the show, yeah?
How's this going to work for me?
Pardon?
You do a favour for me.
What, Tom? Favour where?
Down low.
Wait, Tom, are you flirting with me?
Yeah.
No, it's actually something a little uncomfortable.
You want me so bad, Josh? I'm gay. I'm gay.
Tom, are you,
Feel, Josh, down low. It was really good.
we just returned to why I called. I was just going to talk about the show.
Are you trying to reveal that I'm gay? Because I'm gay. That's the industry secret, that I'm gay.
Seems pretty gay. He does.
Yeah.
You got to admit, it does seem pretty gay.
I'm no gay expert, but that was gay.
That was gay. That was gay.
Thank you so much, Josh Thomas, and I look forward to you hosting Hard Quiz. Good night.
We got him!
That's the chaos we've come to expect from the premium economy hooly-doolies, am I right? I feel like this doesn't need to be pointed out, but when I said that I was homophobic, I was joking. But the weird part for me is you thought what would be more controversial is to change it to the fact that I'm actually gay. If you revealed that I was homophobic, don't you think that story would travel further?
No.
We circled around on a few ideas, but Josh just kept coming back to over and over again, the fact that you're gay.
Anne was quite resistant to the idea.
Yeah, she was worried that it would look like me and you were homophobe.
Yeah.
Well, not me, you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just happy that we've upped the diversity of this program anyway.
Shut up, Poofter!
Anyway, that was very good. It's some of the best journalism I've seen on Channel 10, to be fair. We should allocate some points, I think.
So it's most persuasive and conspiratorial theory wins.
I really enjoyed the conspiracy from the discount Wiggles, but it's hard to go past a story that was about me. So I'm going to go for the Hooly Doolies as winners there. I'm going to allocate the points because they're very close in quality, so I want to go 5-5, 4-4-4.
OK.
Who's winning the episode so far?
Well, it's no conspiracy. He's on top of the world. Josh Thomas is in the lead.
OK, all that's left is the live task, so let's do that. Get up on stage, everyone. Right, what's going on here, Tommy C?
Reveal the thing on your drum that doesn't make a sound and make the sound it should make. Least like the sound it should make will be eliminated. Last person standing wins.
Oh, no.
Jenny, please.
Ooh.
A sloth. Lloyd. Oyster. And worm. Will. Giraffe. Josh. Snail. Taskmaster, please select someone to be eliminated.
I'm going to go, I think the worst was Jenny with the sloth.
Jenny is eliminated. Josh. Mime.
It's annoying, isn't it, mime?
Will. Ballerina. And the Taskmaster Trophy.
I'm a bit of a kid.
Lloyd. A 45-year-old accountant who's taken a vow of silence.
I wish I'd chosen a different life.
Taskmaster, please choose which contestant should be eliminated.
I feel it has to be Lloyd.
Lloyd has been eliminated.
Well done, Lloyd.
Will. The Mona Lisa.
Why are you looking at me?
Josh. The Last Supper.
Oh, I feel like tomorrow's going to be a really good day.
Anne. American Gothic.
How you going, man?
Well, I think the worst was Will. I feel like it kind of contained a racial stereotype.
Will has been eliminated.
The dream team.
Josh and Anne. Anne. Sunset. Josh.
I liked that a lot, which is a shame for me.
Sunrise.
All right, and the winner is, drum roll, please. We're doing it after the ad break. See you back down here soon. Well, it's a pretty easy decision because it was the same idea done worse, wasn't it? So Anne's the winner.
OK.
Thank you. Finally.
So what are the scores for the live task?
Jenny only gets 1 point for that live task. Lloyd with 2, Will 3, Josh with 4, but Anne takes it home with 5 points.
All right, and what does that mean for the episode?
Well, it's not only the best score of the night, it's the best individual performance of the season for an episode. Top of the table, it's Josh Thomas.
All right, Josh wins the camping bounty. Head to the stage, take your items and enjoy the vastly improved camping trip. All right, Lesser Tom, halfway through the season, what's the ladder looking like?
Well, Will is in the lead with 82 points, but the real story here is the huge comeback from Josh, who had the worst start in Taskmaster Australia history and is now still last, but only one behind Jenny with 68 points. I'm particularly thrilled as 68 is one off my favourite number, 67.
So what have we learned? I was taught that apparently I'm gay by an incredibly reputable media outlet. And Anne taught us all that it's just not easy being Anne. Bask in your glory one more time, Josh. Everyone else, see you next week. If I had a little task bell, I would ring it.
Everyone here is a nerd! Might be having some sort of episode.
And I've never seen someone work so hard for such a bad result.
I actually might need to talk to one of the producers.
For more Taskmaster, subscribe now.